So, hi everyone. If anyone is new, if someone is not knowing about me, I am Pradeep Enkwale. I am working as a software developer at Iris Idea. I am working for Bones client. Currently, I am working on the technologies Angular JS and Node.js. So this is my personal introduction. So today I'll be giving a presentation on Internet of Things, IoT. Anyone heard of it? The term IoT? Hello.
Yes,
I have.
Yeah. So today I'll be covering these many topics in IoT. Actually, introduction to IoT, the key features, like how it works, the IoT in media, marketing, and advertisement, IoT in environmental monitoring, and its applications, the role of law and governance, advantages and disadvantages of IoT. So let's start with the introduction. Actually, Internet of Things is also called as the Internet of Objects. Actually, like when we talk about objects, it is a interconnectivity between the different objects. It might be the unmovable physical objects or movable physical objects, something like that we can say. The connectivity between objects of objects, it will be you can say the network of objects. We can say we can enabling the short range trans receivers in the objects that will transfer information from one object to another object, and it will make a connectivity of array of objects. It will be huge number of objects, and we can say it is a network of different devices, different objects, and different persons. Objects actually here refers to any kind of you can say a person is an object here, and any device, any machine can be the object. So yeah. So you can say here, if you see this, if you can see this image, actually, you can see the different objects like mobile, cycle, and the car, and the key, and the light bulb, and the TV, and the truck. You can say it is the interconnection. Internetworking between multiple objects actually. So here in IoT, the term thing is, like as I said, the thing refers to the wide variety of devices, such as there are devices which will monitor the activity of an object actually. When we if we want to gather information from an object, we have to have like small chips or devices attached to the object actually. You can say heart monitoring implants in the medical sector, like soil moisture sensor actually. The soil moisture sensor helps in farming actually, to check the soil moisturizer, the water level, and the other chemical level in the soil actually. Biochip transponders on the farm animals actually. This chips helps, if this chip we can if we import this chip on the animals, we can track animals like where they are far from the farming and all. And RFIDs are these are all the radio frequency identifiers actually. RFID refers to radio frequency identifiers. This helps sensors to gather information from the object actually. So automobiles with built-in sensors, DNA analysis devices. These are all the things or the devices which will help objects to transfer data from one object to another object. So key features, like there are some key features like in IoT, which has to be enabled, like artificial intelligence. When we talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about machine learning actually. So machine learning is very important in this aspect. Like machine learning is nothing but like if you say there are so many devices nowadays, for example, Alexa or Google Assistant or some other devices actually. These all are come into picture of artificial intelligence. That means we are instructing a device or the smartphones or some other machines in a programming way to do the things based on the human requests or the human inputs actually. So next key feature is connectivity. Here connectivity is a major feature, key feature. If connectivity is there, then only we can pass data between the objects. We can transport data between the objects actually. Connectivity between the objects. If connectivity is there, then only we will be able to transfer the data from one object to the another object, and the collective data from multiple objects. We can say the hub to the another hub. Then the next key feature is active engagement actually. Active engagements is nothing but the active presence of the object. If any object or device is not working here, then complete IoT system will give up, it will not give a expected result actually. Here active engagement of devices or the smartphones or whatever devices we are going to use to build the IoT based applications, active engagement of the objects are very important. So here next key feature comes like sensor. Sensor is a major key feature here. Like sensors provides us the information, like they sense what is happening around the object actually. For example, if you go to any mall, if you saw or if you go to any DMart kind of thing, if you go to the door will get open automatically, right? If anyone would have saw, like there here it comes the sensor actually. Their sensor detecting the movable objects near to the door, and it is opening automatically. So small devices here again. Next key feature is small devices. Small devices like the smartphones and the RFID chips. The small here we can say the small objects. These are like fundamental devices or to build the fundamental. The base level of the architecture. We need small devices to achieve this feature actually. So energy. So next key feature is energy is very important to have objects or devices to be in an active state. Like sensor to work, we need energy to get more detailed information. And if the expected level of energy is there, like all the objects and devices can work in a good way actually. So do you guys have any questions in here? I can stop anywhere if you have doubts or if you have any questions. Okay, I will move to next slide. Yeah. So how it works actually. So working of IoT, like Internet of Things, like here, if you see here, the left side diagram, here we have sensors actually. Sensors will be actually sensors are part of the object. Like we are importing sensors on the objects, and see here, if you see here, sorry. Okay, if you see here, here is a person. We are detecting the motion, like the speed of the person like how he is walking, how he is running and all. So here, if you see the temperature, we can detect the temperature level of an object or something like that, like pressure measuring and again the sunshine measuring and all. So all the information gathered in this step from the sensors, we will be passing this like sensed information to the cloud server. Then the cloud server will pass this data, like all the data, and necessary information will be sent to the active device for the of the user actually. So here in mobile app, like whatever the application that has been built to handle IoT activities, that app will have the human understandable or the user understandable information, like whatever his user is trying to get. So here I have another actually another diagram actually in case of how it works actually. So RFIDs, as I said, like RFID, radio frequency identifiers. These are all part of. You can say these are all the chips which will which will help sensors to get information actually, identify and track the data of the things, sensors to collect the process the data, to detect the changes in the physical status of the things actually. So smart tech, as I said, smart tech to enhance the power of network by developing processing capabilities of different parts of the network. So nanotech, again, to make the smaller and smaller things, we have ability to connect to the connect and and interact actually. So nanotech, there are so many small devices which will give us a huge information actually nowadays. Like nowadays, if you see the technologies are developing like anything. If you're trying to learn one single technology, to the next day you will find one more technology which is reaching to the sky. So in learning technologies, we have to be very dynamic and we have to be very up to date to reach out to the IoT level of implementation, like the implementing applications or IoT based applications and all. We have to be very much dynamic in learning programs, programming languages and the technologies, because IoT is a combination of multiple technologies and multiple programming languages, I can say, something like that. So do you guys have any questions in working of IoT? Am I moving fast? Is it understandable or am I audible well?
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go a bit slow.
Okay. So here we have the applications of IoT actually. So in agriculture sector, like when we talk about applications of IoT in agriculture, there are so many applications we can build to automate the agriculture process actually. See nowadays, like if you see, I am living in a village area actually. There are people who the farmers are suffering from the crop destruction because of the rain at the raining is not happening at the time what is expected actually. Because of that, the farmers are facing so many problems in basic farming actually. And for long-term farming, farmers can't afford that much long-term farming features actually. I mean, long-term farming, it means there are two aspects actually: long-term farming and short-term farming. Short-term farming comes under 3 to 4 months of the short-term farming will be the process of 3 to 4 months or maximum 1 year actually. You can say 8 months or 9 months, something like that. The long-term farming will be if a farmer is investing for 1 year, he'll be getting profit after 2 to 3 years for that investment in the farming. So that is long-term farming. But all the farmers can't afford the long-term farming, because they need a day-to-day profit or day-to-day money to run their livelihood. So here, how the sensor, the IoT will help is like we can have the IoT based devices which will measure the moisturization of soil, like the water level, the chemical level, the other defective, other chemical materials in the soil, which will impact the crops health actually. So we can measure all these aspects with the IoT devices. We can detect the temperature of the soil, we can detect the water level of the soil, we can detect the chemical level in the soil, and after when crops are growing up, we can detect the water level for the crop, like whether it is the water level is high or water level is too low. We can check that as well. And apart from this application, we can have IoT based devices which will detect the environmental changes in the cloud actually. Environmental changes, it means like if the bad clouds are coming, like which will harm the crops, that can be notified at early stage, so that they can cover up whatever is possible. So apart from this, there is one more application in agriculture, the water transplantation. Water feeding to the crops actually from the borewell and the wells actually. So we can control water level in borewell, and we can detect water in the borewell and the wells, what level of water is there and how much we can how much we can pass water to the crops, like at what level the borewell will stop giving water and all these kinds of applications, like all these kinds of features or the advantages we can have in agriculture level actually. Any question here in this slide in agriculture?
How long these sensors can sustain under the soil, because a lot of moisture will be there, right? Don't you think
Actually,
it will affect the devices?
So we can have the devices, such devices, we can build such devices which will manage the moisturization level or temperature level of the soil to the higher level, at least for 1 to 1.5 months actually. For short-term farming, if you say the process will be of 3 months actually for short-term farming. If it's sustained for 1 to 2 months also, that will be helpful, and we can build objects such a way that like we can test, by keeping it in a soil before going for installation, like at what level we can make it stronger to sustain the moisturization of the soil and temperature of the soil actually.
So how cost effective is it? Because if I need to purchase every 2
Yes.
months, then it also depends on how many I need to purchase, and then it accounts for every 2 months I need to purchase that. So as a farmer, if I look at it, I'm not sure if it is going to be suitable or not, right? So are you aware of what kind of prices are we talking about here for a device?
When we are talking about the device to be purchased, when it comes to the quality of the object, it will be a small object. We are not completely replacing the complete application or complete IoT feature here. We are just replacing the device here, right in the soil. Or we can have we can have such devices which can be reusable, and we can have we can have such layers on the objects which can be replaceable and which can be reusable actually, which will cost less. I can say I don't know the exact price, how much it will cost per object actually, but here this can be done. There are so many. I mean, we can have such layered layered feature on the objects, which can be replaceable and which can be reusable.
Understood.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Pradeep, I just joined little late that time, and I could not get the main objective. I am able to see the features, but what are the main objective of this?
Actually,
You can just quickly
today's
share.
presentation is about IoT, Kisley, like Internet of Things.
Yeah.
I have completed till the key features and the working of IoT, and this is the first application in the IoT. This one.
Yeah, I got it. So this what is the this particular object that you are talking about, particular device or system, IoT system? What is this? What you are trying to do with this?
Yeah, actually, in the agriculture sector, like I am not aware of the exact name of the device. Like these are all. I mean, at a high level in market, there are. I mean, still the research is going on these devices actually, whether to bring up these features for the agriculture or not. Like how it is suitable for the farmers, whether it is highly cost. I mean, whether it's
No, that is fine.
Yeah.
Cost effective means what is the purpose of this device?
Yeah, the purpose of this image is to check the moisturization of the soil, temperature level of the soil, the temperature level of the crop, and the chemical level in the soil, and the chemical level in the crop root. Actually, you can say. And
Okay,
we can.
so this device it will be connected to your mobile device also for regular notifications,
Yes.
or how it is?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be the information will be sent to the user friendly device where user will be understanding in easy way like what is happening over there where the device is installed.
Okay, got it. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, the meeting is ending in 10 minutes. Okay. This is the same. These are all the points I have covered in the last slide. Actually, here I'll move to next slide. Okay. So here the next application comes the healthcare. Actually, nowadays, if you see like in healthcare also, the technologies are improving in next level. Like to have a quick ease of access to the devices which will provide information about the patient's health and all. So in healthcare, to check the we have normal checkup of the patient such as the BP level, the heartbeats, and the blood pressure and the breathing issues and all. So all these kinds of checks can be done by the devices, IoT devices, which will help doctors to have quick information about the patient's health, and he can take actions very quickly. These IoT based applications will help doctors while they are in operation theaters to give performance of to give the health performance of the patient's health, like how the heartbeats are responding, and how the blood pressure is how the blood pressure is changing of the blood pressure of the patient, like how it is changing while they are in operation theater actually. So in again it comes to the user friendly device, like where these information will be sent to the mobile or to the desktop, where the doctor can see these levels easily actually. So I can say like here I have covered like glucose monitoring system, the activity trackers during the cancer treatment, heart monitoring with reporting like what is the status of heartbeats and all. These reports can be checked on the user-friendly devices, and they can have reports like what is the status of heartbeats and all. So medical alert system. Medical alert system means like if any emergency comes, like all the time, there can't be the manpower near to the patients. For some reason they might be go for sleep, or they might be busy in some other activities. If the eye goes away of a nurse from the patient, the IoT based devices can monitor the patient health and all, and they can alert the system that there is something harmful happening to the patient and all. And they can immediately send SMS or the information to the family members of the patient actually immediately. So these are all the applications in medical sector where we can accomplish like we can have quick information of the patient health, and doctors can do other activities in the small time actually. So here again, in case of government and safety, like preventing crime and public safety actually, this is the major issue in our society. Like there are so many crimes, are like there are small crimes which is affecting in major ways to the public people actually, to the people actually. So these preventing crime, the crime you can say, okay, I have not taken the crime. Okay, so I'll explain the crime, this one, like how in what way we can use IoT in crime actually. Suppose for example, like some of the people are robbing the bank, and they are just running away. And here what we can do is we can install the IoT devices on the roads or something, like wherever possible and wherever in traffic areas and all. So we can detect the uh, uh, vehicle number of the bike or the vehicle, the number plate, where. And one more thing before this step, what we can do is we can have the RFID based number plates to the vehicles, which will give information about the vehicles, which can be tracked so easily. Like the devices which are installed in the traffic area, that will scan the RFID based number plates, and that will give the information about the robbers and all, the vehicles which are moving, the direction information, in which direction they are moving far, and they can send the vehicle information to the next next police station or the public security authorities, that the vehicle is moving in this direction. They can catch easily something. And accidental public safety, like here you can see the picture where the two buses had an accident. So here what will happen is, like as I said, if there is a chip in the vehicle number plate, that will have this activity, like something is something is happening harmful to the vehicle or the people in the bus, or that this information will be sent quickly to the security, which will that so that the call will be taken quickly, and no one will be waiting for someone is calling to ambulance, someone is calling to fire office, and someone is calling to police station or something like that. This can be done so easily, like the quick information will be sent to the different departments. The different departments can come quickly, and they can take action in less time actually in the public safety. So here again the infrastructure management actually. For this I couldn't find the understandable image infrastructure management. This is a bit informative. I hope you guys won't get bored. Okay. So infrastructure management comes when like if you take the smart cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, something like some cities, like there are so many things are going on, like building bridges, building metro stations, and building some other roads and all. That takes huge amount of money, and that takes a huge amount of time actually, and manpower is also huge actually for those kind of, for small things like monitoring the activity of the for monitoring quality of the products which they are going to use in building the roads and all, for monitoring the activity of the people who are like, if it is just recently built road, if the people are moving on the road, that is not good sign, because it should take some time to get it strong, and so that the road will not be broken in future. So these kind of activities, it can be monitored by IoT sensors, IoT based devices, and like some like if you consider the last point here, here IoT based devices can analyze the railway lines and engines for defect really sound if any engines sounds failed, or if any engine failure is there, they will the engine failure information will be notified to the authorities, and they can take the proper actions towards the railway this engines, something like that. So they can have like if you see the railway tracks, we can install the IoT devices on the railway tracks that will detect the strongness of the track, and this if anything is going wrong, the information will be sent to the respective department and all, so that they can take care of further things. Actually, I can say here the thing will like